Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Layla and today I wanted to talk about 10 ways you are making your life so complicated. I actually wrote a blog post on this a couple of months ago, never made a video on it, but I was feeling inspired to make a video on it today because I have been making my own life complicated. Now, I say this quite often, I write this quite often in my blog posts, but when I'm writing my blogs, they're just as much for me as they are for my audience, because personal development is truly an ongoing process. And so when I'm writing things, it's often a reminder for me to live that way and for me to think certain ways, and making this video helps me as well. Back when I wrote this, I know that I was heavily thinking about just life in general and how we seriously make it so complicated. And the truth is, our lives are pretty simple. We have certain things that happen in our life that are complicated and overwhelming and stressful or traumatic, and that could be something you're going through right now, and so maybe it is complicated, but for the most part, our lives are quite simple. And I know this year, this time right now is quite unique with the pandemic going on, but even so, our lives are still simple. And we tend to complicate it by thinking certain things, by talking a certain way, by doing things or not doing things. And it's just things that we put into our mind or make up in our mind that skew the situation to be more complicated. So now that I've said simple and complicated a million times, let's get into the 10 ways that you are making your life more complicated. The first thing is that you are waiting to reach or achieve a goal in order to feel happy or successful. You guys know I'm all about goal setting and going after bigger things in life, but I've really tried to make it a point in my life to appreciate the journey and enjoy the journey, because that's the more important part. A lot of times we tend to hold back on our happiness, or just think in our mind that we won't be happy until we reach a certain place, but that's just not the case. Because if you think about when you do achieve a goal, you just go after the next goal, which is completely normal, but you have to realize that reaching that goal will feel good, but temporarily. So once you achieve that goal, you will move on to the next thing, and you will probably just go back to feeling exactly how you feel right now, the anticipation of achieving that goal. So if you just truly enjoy the journey and appreciate the ups and downs of trying to get somewhere that you really want to be, it allows you to pause and just look around and realize that things are actually pretty good right now. The second thing is expecting others to be like you or think like you, or just even to be a certain way. I know that a lot of us want people to be like us or think a certain way because that would make things a lot easier. But obviously that's not the reality. We are all unique individuals, and oftentimes we create these agendas for people in our life, especially the people close to us, like our parents or our significant other, and we expect them to be a certain way, and if they don't show up as that person, then we get disappointed. But that's exactly the point, is if we are expecting something from somebody other than ourselves, we have absolutely no control over that other person, and you are almost guaranteeing yourself to be disappointed. People around you may say or do things that you don't agree with, but sometimes we just have to accept that. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to accept if somebody's doing something wrong, like really wrong. Of course, stand up for whatever it is that you believe in if it's really something that is affecting somebody else. However, most of the time, it's just a disagreement between value or opinion. And so you do have the choice to just not be around that person or just accept it. It doesn't always have to be a problem. Number 3 is not controlling your emotions. And controlling your emotions requires discipline and requires mental strength, both of which will help you immensely in all areas of life, because when you react out of emotion, whether that's negative or positive even, this can cause problems. So if you react negatively to something, you may say something that you regret, you may do something you regret and feel bad about it later. Therefore, you will make your life more complicated now and in the future. And same with if you react too positively. If you get too excited about something or any other positive emotion, you may later find yourself disappointed, or you could even do something that you did not intend to do because of that emotional state. Of course, emotions are natural, but I think if you're in a situation where, especially if somebody's making you upset or angry, typically negative emotion is more associated with a complicated life, then the best thing you can do is not react to that. And I promise you, it is so powerful. Number 4 is having the wrong mindset. Naturally, humans tend to be negative. That is just how our brain works because it's a way for our brain to protect us. However, I strongly believe that the energy you put out is the energy you get back. And I'm not saying to force positivity or to be positive all the time. It's just a matter of being optimistic and, for the most part, choosing to see the bright side of things. I think it's important to remember that everything we experience, every circumstance we go through is completely neutral. No matter what you think, it's completely neutral. It's just us that add feelings and thoughts to that circumstance, which creates our further thoughts and actions, and then therefore our results. Most of what we experience in life is because of our mindset, the good and the bad. Number 5 is procrastinating on important things. I think a lot of people think procrastination is a personality trait, or that it has to mean something, like you're stressed or you shouldn't really be doing that thing. But procrastination to me is really just a habit, a bad habit, I guess you could say. And it's okay to procrastinate sometimes. We all do it. That's normal. So if you're procrastinating on things that are supposedly important to you, things that you would like to get done, then you first simply need to recognize that you just have a bad habit you need to break, or that you want to break. Because when you procrastinate, you seriously do make your life way more complicated, because the first thing is that you are going to disappoint yourself. You're going to make yourself feel bad for not following through on something that you said you would do. And then you also may fall behind on things in life, and again, making life complicated. Number 6 is trying to find the secret answers. So whatever it is that you are trying to find the secret answers to, you already know the answers to. And these are common things like how to manage your time, how to be productive, how to be successful, how to be disciplined, all these different things that people keep searching for and keep trying to read different articles or take in different information, which is perfectly fine. Like, it's okay for you to consume information and get inspired, get motivated. But the problem is when you are consuming all these things but not putting them into action. You think that the next article you read will have the actual answer to whatever it is that you're looking for, but there is no secret answer. You already know. I mean, unless you're brand new to personal development, which some of you may be, then you can start by reading things and stuff like that. But it's really just a matter of taking action and putting into place the things that you have already learned and read about. There is not more to it. You just do it. Number 7 is overanalyzing everything. And I think so many of us do this, and it literally creates a lot of stress and worry in our life when there is no need for it. We literally overanalyze the past. We overanalyze everything happening in the present. We even overanalyze the future. And I'm a huge overanalyzer. I have overanalyzed text messages before to the point where I felt angry and stressed, and I was expecting there to be a problem when I saw that person, but there was literally nothing wrong. Thinking about the worst case scenario, blowing things out of proportion, and making assumptions are common signs that you are overanalyzing, and it's just, there's no point of it. It's a waste of time. Number 8 is trying to control what you cannot control. Whenever I feel out of control of a situation, I literally will get a piece of paper out or go in my notebook and write down the situation and make a list of all the things I can control. And whatever else I can't, I just do my best to forget about it and focus on the things that I can control, because that's all that matters. Again, this is another thing where if you are dwelling on those things that you literally have no control over, you are wasting your time. There are many things that we cannot control in life, but I will say the most common thing that people do try to control are other people, what they say, what they do. And you have the opportunity to possibly influence what somebody does or what they think or say, but for the most part, there is no control when it comes to other people. Letting go of trying to control a situation is a very good thing. Number 9 is comparing ourselves or our lives to others. And this is probably the most important one on the list. And I've made a video about this before. I will link it down below if you're feeling behind on life. I talked about it a ton there, but we do this all the time. We compare our looks, we compare our jobs, we compare our relationships, we compare our experiences to other people, and it doesn't serve us whatsoever. There's literally no point of it, and we just continue to do it and make ourselves feel bad about it, but truly none of it matters. We don't know that other person's situation. We don't know how they're feeling. We don't know anything about them truly. So there is no point in looking at that. Get off of social media, stop watching people on YouTube that make you feel like crap, and just focus on yourself. Your journey is truly unique to you, and that's it. Just focus on what you're going through, your goals, your happiness, and you will make your life a lot easier. The final thing, number 10, is not taking care of your health or your finances. I know these seem kind of random, especially the finances, but I feel like these two are the largest things in life that affect us. And if your finances are in order, you have a lot of stress from that. I can speak on that for myself. You guys know that I have debt, and I had a lot more debt before, and I've been going through that journey, and I had a lot of financial stress before, and my life was very complicated. And now that I'm in a much better financial state, and I have an emergency fund, and I have sinking funds, and I am just well-rounded in my finances, I feel way better. It's a lot more comforting. Finance is also a big thing in relationships. So just overall having your finances in order by, saving a certain amount of money, budgeting your money, tracking your spending, getting your debt under control are really important for a healthy financial life. And then when it comes to your health, this is also a huge thing, because without your health, you are truly almost worthless. Because if you just feel sick and in bed and sad and whatever you may be going through physically, then life isn't as great. If you're not getting out there and being active and moving your body on a daily basis, getting your vegetables in, your fruits and whole grains, your water, everything like that, then you are going to seriously make your life more complicated now, and even more so in the future, because you may not feel the effects of the binge eating, the junk food, the alcohol, whatever else it may be right now, but in the future, your body will feel it. Your body will hurt, you may have diseases, it's gonna be more expensive. All these things have a huge ripple effect on your life. Your health and your finances are truly a keystone feature, a keystone habit in your life that affects everything else. And so when you prioritize these, everything just kind of gets easier because you're going to feel better overall. All of that being said, my main takeaway message here is to allow your life to be great. Because if you're doing all these things that make your life complicated, you're not letting it just be. Allow your life to be as it is, accept the things as they come, make it great where you can, and just appreciate it for what it is. Absolutely, you can make your life better by doing certain things and implementing certain things. We all have a lot more control over our life than we think, and life is beautiful. It can be beautiful if you don't think it already is beautiful, and you have the ability to make it more simple. I will also say that the 3 greatest solutions I have found to making my life less complicated is gratitude, working on my mindset, and taking responsibility for what I can. Comment down below which of these 10 you think you need to work on most and what your solution is for overcoming that and allowing your life to be great. If you prefer to read on this exact topic, I do have the blog post. It will be linked down below. Let me know if you have any other comments or video suggestions. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.